Hi everybody, welcome to another session together. This is a yoga flow for getting in some opening and mobilizing, and we're going to move the front, the back, the sides of the body. So it's quite a fluid flow. We don't want to be too rigid or try and make everything too perfect. Really, I just want you to have some fun with it and help to get us moving. So if you've got anything around that could act as a prop, if you haven't got actual bricks, it's fine. Books work very well. Rolled up blanket or a pillow works very well. You might want to just grab something. We're going to start lying down on the back of the body. So we're not going to be here for too long, but we are going to start lying down. We're going to finish off lying down, so we're going to start where we're going to finish. So if you've got something that looks a little bit like a rolled up kind of log, you can wedge it underneath the back of the body. So I recommend bringing it to the base of the spine. As you slowly roll down, you can use the forearms to bring yourself down the rest of the way. Make some small adjustments when you get there. So your tailbone, your sacrum should be down on the floor. Hello. And your shoulder blades and chest can draw down and open. So just take a few moments to kind of adjust yourself. If you need to experiment with the legs extended or knees bent, feet wider, knees bent, knees can drop in, that's a really nice alternative. Basically just arrange yourself so you're completely comfortable, and if having something underneath you in this mild back bend and opening position doesn't work, it's too soon, just remove it out and bring yourself down onto the floor or onto your mat completely. I'm just going to give you a few moments to settle in and to perhaps close the eyes for the first few moments as we settle in. And let's just take a few moments now to really arrive in the practice. And as we arrive, laying down, supported by the floor, opening the front, opening up the back of the body, we're going to be aware probably of some sensation of stretch. And if anything else doesn't feel like good stretch, if we're in discomfort, now's the time to just adjust yourself, don't stick with it. So if you need to remove that blanket or bend the knees or make something different, just adjust the body. It's not worth being in pain, okay? Otherwise, we're going to be still for the first few moments, acknowledging that feeling of stretch, of opening in parts of the body. And we can meet that sensation of stretch with a full breath in through the nose. And as we take a long exhale, we're allowing things to start to settle. So we're getting deeper in now, just mildly, but deeper in now. We're going to take a few more breaths in and out through the nose steadily. Slowly closing the mouth and allowing a light seal of the lips. So mindful that you don't grind those teeth or lock the jaw too tight. Just a nice light seal of the teeth. Let's take a few more breaths in and out through the nose. Allowing the shoulders to draw down, the back of the body to draw down, and the weight of the head to also draw down. So there's nothing you need to do here, nothing we need to try and achieve or be. We're simply arriving in the space that we've set up and in the time that we've allowed ourselves to do this. To be still and to breathe. Let's take another slow, steady inhale through the nose and a slow breath out. And if your knees are bent, you're going to press the feet down to give yourself a little lift up and to remove anything. And if the legs are straight, then just bend the knees, and the same again, a little lift up of the back, the hips, to remove anything from underneath you. And then what we'll do is we'll hug the knees into the belly, and we're just going to take a few gentle rolls from left to right. And if your back feels good, you could also roll up and down the spine. So if you're on carpet, it might be a bit more comfortable to do this. You can test it out. So you go up and down, or left to right. So if none of that feels good, just hold those knees in as well. Maybe as a gentle rock. Let's just take another breath in and out through the nose while we're here. Okay, and then we're going to come up to a tabletop position. So you might roll up to tabletop or pop up onto the side and then spin those legs around. And when you do get there, we will meet in our tabletop position. Alrighty, let's take a big stretch of the left arm out, nice deep inhale. As you exhale, we're going to bring that left arm underneath the right, slowly bringing the temple down. And on the outside of the left shoulder, keeping those hips above the knees as much as possible, so hips nice and high, sitting bones towards the ceiling, and the right hand is probably close to the face. Now what you could do is extend that right arm, so it's going to add on to the stretch through the side of the body. If that feels good, stay there. You could also test out wrapping the arm behind you and bringing it to the outside of the left hip. We're rolling that right shoulder back, thank you Peanut, and taking it behind us. Let's stay somewhere we've chosen to commit to for a couple more breaths in and out. Well done. Okay, I'm going to remove myself because I've got my dog licking my hand now. So I'm going to put my right hand down, inhale to bring myself up, and exhale. Now between sides, we're going to move into down dog. So take those hands forward, stretch the palms, fingers wide, take a deep inhale. Exhale as you press back. It's the first down dog that we've come into for this practice. So I really invite you to use this as another tool for settling in. So let's just feel the head draw down, eyes steady somewhere. We're looking through those legs. Fingers spreading, back of the knuckles rooting. We're teasing up the hips, so rocking is a really nice way to ladder up the hips. Really mindful here that we don't collapse the chest down too deep. So we're looking for a slight lift of the chest without collapsing down too low. And you'll feel that difference if you test it out. Looks good, guys, well done. Let's take a breath in through nose while we're here. Slow breath out. Just feel the detail in the body. Take another inhale. And a steady exhale. Let's inhale, move yourself forward, and exhale as the knees find the floor. Okay, let's come into thread the needle on the second side. So we're going to extend the right arm, full breath in, exhaling as you sweep the arm underneath you, and slowly bring the right side of the head down. I'm just going to turn myself around so you can see me from the other side. Okay, so now we've got that left hand quite close to the face. Options again are to extend the arm or to perhaps wrap the arm around, so we are externally rotating the shoulder. That's too intense on the shoulder. Come back to somewhere that is more comfortable. And let's take a few breaths in here. So you can use that hand, even the hand close to the face, to press the palm into the floor to help gently turn the chest. So just a little bit of movement there. Not too extreme. Looks good. Let's take another breath in. Slow breath out. Steady inhale. And steady exhale. And bring that left hand back from wherever you decided to place it. Let's press the palm down and release that right arm. Okay, spinning myself back to where I was. So we're back into our tabletop position. Sorry, my dog's doing a little lap around my camera. We're going to move back into downward facing dog. And arriving again, head drawing down. Connecting your four corners and feel like your weight is evenly distributed across your hands and your feet. Let's get a little bit more into legs. So I invite you now to take a breath in. It's going to help if you do this on the breath. And inhale to lift the heels, and an exhale as you press the heels down. Inhaling as we rise up, and exhaling as we press down.
Let's do that 3 more times. Breath in, peeling up. Exhaling down. And again, inhaling, lifting high or as high as feels good. And exhaling as we tease down. Last one, inhaling to lift up. And exhaling as we draw down. And we're going to inhale to lift once more, but use this one to help move you forward. And exhale, bring those knees down, back onto the floor. Okay, we're going to come into sitting for a few moments. So either on the shins, I'll turn myself to face you. Or if that's not comfortable on the shins, you can sit on the heels. Really nice way to stretch open the feet. Release the pinky toe as well if you're going to sit on those heels. Option again to sit on something, blanket, prop. Okay, and if none of that works, come into a cross-legged position. So find a way that feels good and comfortable to sit. Now I'm going to turn myself at a slight angle, so you can see this from an angle, but you can face forwards or the front of your mat. So sitting nice and tall, let's roll the shoulders down, eyes to the horizon. We're going to take a nice deep breath in as we reach up, lift the chest. As you exhale, we're going to tilt from the sacrum and open the chest, and we're squeezing those elbows into the sides of the body, so cactusing those arms. We're then going to press forward, scooping those hands forward, and really take a breath in as you do that. And then exhaling as we squeeze those elbows back in. Lovely. I'm going to turn myself to see you and face front on. Let's start again. Inhaling, reaching up. Exhaling, elbows into the rib cage. Inhaling as we scoop and press forward. Hello. And exhaling, elbows back in to sides of the body. And I'm going to turn myself sideways on again, another angle. Inhaling as we reach up. Exhaling, elbows in. Inhaling as we scoop and press, really getting to the upper back. And exhaling, elbows in to sides of the body. One more time. Deep breath in, reaching up. Exhaling, elbows in. So opening up as much as feels good. Inhaling to scoop and press. And exhaling, elbows back in. Full breath in, reaching up. And we'll exhale to bring the arms down this time besides us. Hello. Okay, let's come back to all fours position. Remove everything out of the way. Coming back to downward facing dog. And you find those four corners, feet and hands. Let the head draw down. Find that breath in through nose and out. Looking now at the feet, we're going to take the right leg up on an inhale. So really press on those hands, taking the right leg up. And we've got a straight right leg for the first one. And you know what, I don't mind if the thigh rotates out, if that feels good. If you want to rotate it forward, it's going to feel different, so you can experiment with that. And then we're going to peel up as high as possible onto the left foot, maybe the ball of the foot, maybe right onto the tippy toes. Feel all that good space. Take an extra breath in, like you could get a little bit higher. Lovely, guys, well done. And as we exhale, we're going to draw the knee right into the chest, like you could kiss the knee. And then we're going to put the foot down and through between the hands, or help shuffle it there if you need to. And we'll be on the ball of that left foot. We're coming up into our crescent lunge on the inhale. So really press the floor away. We're not collapsing and sinking down here. There's some buoyancy to it. Pressing the feet down to draw up. As you draw up and lift, take a breath in and lift the chest. So we're leaning back a little bit. We're not pushing ourselves back. Think about drawing up and then slightly over. Nice, looks really good. Let's take a full breath in there, maybe looking through hands or looking forwards. Go somewhere with those eyes. You can balance, don't get too wobbly. Let's take another inhale. And as we exhale, folding those hands down around the right foot. Stepping right foot to left, plank position. So in plank, let's make it a good quality plank. Draw the tailbone slightly down. Feel that sense of pubic bone drawing towards breastbone. So we're not rounding the spine, there's a slight sense of drawing together. Spread the shoulders nice and wide. Eyes forward past tip of the nose. Take another inhale, well done. Exhale as you press back to downward facing dog. Okay, give yourself a little shake, rolling out, swaying out, left to right, maybe pedaling through. And we'll do all of that on the second side. So we're layering up in this practice, moving gently, teasing our way in to getting into the body. All right, are we ready? Let's take that left leg up, nice deep inhale. Exhale, peel up onto the right ball of the foot. Feel the left side versus the right. There's going to be something that feels different. Really press those hands out. It's easy for the arms to kind of start to collapse here. Straighten those arms, press those palms into the floor to take that weight up. Let's take another full breath in through your nose. As we exhale, we're driving the knee to the chest. Like there's no gap. You could hold that knee to the chest. And then the foot can come through between the hands, or you can help get it there. When you feel stable in those feet, look forward. Take that breath in as you reach up. So press those feet down, really reach up. And exhale. Okay, so I had a wobble there. That's because I moved too fast. It's fine. I'm going to come into it again. Full breath in, slow, steady. Okay, pressing left big toe down. Lifting the chest. Looking somewhere that works for you, for your balance today. Let's take another breath in there. And as we exhale, slowly bring those hands down around the left foot. Inhaling left foot to plank. Breathe out. Take a moment, fine tune it. Let's tidy it up. We're going to stay here for another inhale. As we exhale, we're going to bring the knees down, elbows into the ribs as we lower the rest of the way down. Okay, let's come into our locust pose. So I'm going to bring the arms behind us. Palms turn to face up. Come down just for a moment, just take a breath. We can inhale and exhale. So just let that go for a moment. And then bringing the chin forward. On the inhale, we're going to start to lift the chest, lift the shoulders, roll the shoulders actively up and back. So they're drooping down, up and back. Palms can hover. Reach back actively through those fingers. So there's a real active reaching back. Now if that feels fine, if you feel pretty good there, just stay there. You could experiment with hovering the toes and the same energy through those toes, but reaching back through those toes. If we're feeling something not so good in the lower back especially, pop those legs back down. Stay somewhere for another breath in through your nose. And an exhale. Well done. And one more inhale. And exhale as you lower down to the floor. Take a moment, let the shoulders soften. Full breath into the back, like you could breathe down into those kidneys. And a breath out. We're going to bring palms back to the chest. Prepare, curl the toes, bend the knees. Inhale, press the floor away. And exhaling back to downward facing dog. Okay, let's take an inhale, bending both knees this time. Exhale, we're going to walk our way back. We're going to pad the hands back towards the feet. So when you arrive at the back of your mat, you can widen the feet, have a bend of those knees, maybe holding opposite elbows. Roll the shoulders off the neck. And we're going to allow the body to sway back and forth, maybe left to right. Just take a few moments there. It's a really nice place to surrender a little bit, to allow the energy to draw down, the weight to pour down. We're going to start to make our way up to standing in a moment. So feel the connection of the feet, of the toes, grip the toes, bend the knees. Inhale, slowly start to stack up. And go so slow that you can really feel each vertebrae stacking up. And eventually the neck, the head, the shoulders will find their natural position. And we'll bring the arms down to the sides of the body. And let's take a deep inhale as we reach up. Exhaling, coming back into those cactus arms as we open the chest. Inhaling as we scoop and press. The more you press, the more stretch in that upper back. And then elbows back into the rib cage as we open again. Full breath in, reaching up, lifting the chest. And exhaling, elbows back into sides of the body. Pressing, scooping forward. So we're not pressing the hips back, pretty upright in the back. We're just pressing those hands forward.
And then last time, exhale, elbows in to ribcage. Inhaling, reaching up. This time on the exhale, we're going to come into our forward fold over those legs. Okay, we're going to walk ourselves back up the mat, so bend those knees enough, find the palms or fingers, and start to walk those hands back up the mat. You're going to come into your plank position. Fine tuning, palms pressing the floor away. It's like drawing down at the tailbone. Staying here for one more inhale. Exhale as we lower down to the floor, bringing the knees down first, elbows into the sides of the body, and we find the floor. Coming back into our locust position, same as before. Inhaling as you lift up, and exhaling as you stay here. We're going to take a couple more breaths here. So remember, if you need to bring those feet back down, bring them down. Really reach back through those fingers. Feel the collarbones spreading. Take another inhale. Well done, everybody. And exhale as you return to the floor. All right, let's bring palms alongside the chest. Prepare again. Deep inhale. Press the floor away. And exhaling, coming back to down dog. So I'm just shuffling a bit because my mat's slightly out of the camera, but you guys like to shuffle back and forth every time. Okay, let's come back into down dog. On an inhale, we're going to take the right leg up. Exhale, this time we're going to bend the knee and start to rotate the knee out and up. So you might find you're kind of looking under the right armpit or out and under to the right. Keep both arms super strong here, so we're not collapsing in these arms. Let's take a full breath in. As we exhale, knee to chest, foot comes through between those hands. We're back on the left ball of the foot, and we rise, crescent lunge on the inhale. So remember, really press those feet into the floor and give yourself that extra lift up. When we get there, breathe in and lift the chest. Exhaling, elbows cactus in. Inhaling to scoop forward, and exhaling, elbows cactus in. Inhale to reach up. Exhaling as we fold. Taking the right foot all the way through, three-legged dog. Staying there for a breath in and a breath out as we take a bend of the knee and open up again. So we're stacking up those hips. Let's take another full breath in. Slow breath out as you undo that, and we're just going to bring the right foot down to meet the left. Coming back into down dog. Catching breathing, especially for out of breath. Perhaps it feels good to take an inhale and open the mouth just to let that go, to shake it off. All right, second side. Nice deep breath in, left leg rises. Exhale, find your twist. So now we're going to be looking out under the left armpit or towards the left side. Feel the left side, breathe into it. And exhale, we're drawing the knee to the chest to help us transition that foot through between those hands. If you need to shimmy it there, shimmy it there. When those feet feel stable, take that breath in as you reach out, so super strong and in control here. We're lifting the chest, elbows squeezing into the sides of the body, so really opening up the front now, pressing those palms forward, deep breath in, and exhale as you draw back. Nice, well done. Inhaling, reaching, exhaling as we fold. Taking the left foot through, between those hands one more time, and finding that final twist as the left knee bends. Let's take another inhale, and exhale, left foot returns to meet the right, downward facing dog. Okie dokie, on the inhale, let's let the heels roll through, let the breath roll the spine through, plank. Exhale, lowering down in one motion, or with knees first. If you're going to come down in one motion, squeeze those elbows in, squeeze them in, lovely. All right, locust pose, straight away, breath in, reaching back and up. And exhale, coming down to the floor. Palms to chest, inhale all fours, exhaling down dog. Inhale, we're going to bend the knees, padding hands back, we go towards the feet. When you arrive, take your fold. Arms can hang or hold opposite elbows. Maybe open the mouth. And just let that go for a moment. It's a nice place to be, just a little bit of giving in. Letting the weight draw down. You've got gravity helping here. Floor beneath us. And just giving in a little bit.
Okay, we're going to roll up, press those feet down, bend the knees, chin to chest. And just make your way up, stacking. Nice and gently. And we're going to land in an upright position. Ooh, have a little wobble. And come back to standing still for a moment. Maybe closing the eyes. Letting the natural sway happen. And we'll find that stillness in a moment. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Inhale, arms rise. Long exhale as we fold. Inhale, hands to shins. Halfway we're going to lift the chest. And we're going to press the crown of the head forward. And exhale, refold. Bending knees enough so we can walk ourselves back up the mat, coming into plank position. Breath in plank. This time on the exhale, we're going to press the hips back to downward facing dog. Take a moment in down dog, take an inhale, and exhale. Lovely. We're going to inhale. This time, left leg rises. Okay, we're going to put up onto the right ball of the right foot. If that still feels good, we're going to test a little teaser and see how we get on. So the option here is to peel onto the fingertips on the right hand. So that we're not going to be on the palm of the right hand, we're going to be on the fingertips of the right hand. If that is too much, keep that flat, that palm flat, okay? If you want to test it out, we're peeling onto the fingertips of the right hand, keep those arms strong, anchoring the floor away. Well done guys, so good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, peel the palm of the hand down. Stay for another inhale. Exhale, left knee to chest, foot comes through. This time turning the right toes out slightly. And we're coming into warrior two with the left knee bent and the right leg straight. So roll those shoulders down. Find it first. I really invite you to find the stability in the posture first and then move. So land, breathe, and then we move. Let's take an inhale. Exhale, we're going to reverse. Really draw up through that left side. Again, we're slightly drawing over once we've gone up and over, rather than just pushing ourselves back. Staying there for a breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to lightly bring the left forearm to the thigh and take that right arm up and over the head. Really press down through the edge of that back foot, and as you do that, really reach for those top fingers. You're going to feel that really long line there, nice long line through that the whole of the side of the body. So we're looking out, we're looking up, we're turning the chest slightly, and it feels a bit like you're leaning back a little bit in the upper back. So a little bit of leaning back in the upper back. Mindful we're not collapsing on this leg and the shoulder, so there's a lightness there. Let's take one more breath in. Steady exhale, look down, see that left big toe for stability. Inhale as you rise up, warrior two, and exhaling as you reverse again. Staying there for a full breath into the left side, exhaling as you fold again. Inhale, reaching that right arm up and over the head, turning the chest, and exhale. Taking another inhale, exhale, looking down to the left foot. Inhale as you windmill up, and exhale as you draw back. Full breath in through that side. Exhale as you peel down. Inhale as you reach up and over, turning and opening, and exhale. Inhaling, exhaling, look down. Last one of these. Inhale as you draw up, and exhale as you draw back. Inhaling, exhale, arms to center. We're going to straighten up the left leg, and like you're being pulled forward on the inhale, draw forwards, and exhale, left hand to shin. So everyone's arms are different. If you've got really long arms, you might find that your hands come down to the floor, or you find the big toe. What I'm after here is some space to be able to turn the trunk. So if we go too low, it might not happen, it might feel uncomfortable. So find a happy point, a happy place
where there's room to open and turn. Soften those shoulders into those sockets. And again, think about leaning back just a tiny amount in the upper back. So a little bit of lean back in that upper back region. I like to think of it as if I'm in between two planes of glass and nothing's poking out forward or back too much. I hope that helps. Okay, let's take another inhale. Exhale, look down. Rebend that left knee slowly. And then I invite you to really use those legs. Slowly come back, warrior two. Okay, last reverse. Draw back. Inhale, reaching up those left fingers, maybe looking up and back to center. Good stuff, guys. Hands to waist. Let's turn the left toes in, right toes out. Warrior two, second side. So find it. Check out the legs if you need to in between. Right knee happy, maybe behind the ankle, a little bit above it. Mindful you don't overshoot it. And that left leg straight and foot pressing down. Tease those shoulders down. And again, let's take a moment to land. So we can breathe. We'll take an inhale. As we exhale, drawing up and over. Staying there for a breath in. Exhaling as we slowly fold. Full breath in, left arm draws up and over, and we turn, leading the heart. Staying here, inhale. Exhale, look down. Inhale to rise up. And exhaling, draw back. Breathe into that right side. Exhale to draw down. Inhale to draw up. And exhale. Let's take another breath in. Exhale, look down, find the connection. Inhale, draw up. And exhale, reverse. Last one. Inhaling right side. Exhaling to fold. Inhale, reaching and opening. And exhale. Inhaling. Exhale, look down. Inhale to draw up. And exhale. Let's come back into warrior two, arms. And then we're going to slowly straighten up that left leg. And on the inhale, like we're being pulled forward, we're going to move and exhale as you find that hand on the shin, or on the floor, or your pillow. And we're turning the chest. We're opening, softening those shoulders away from the ears, so they're not right around those ears. And maybe looking up to the top hand, or looking forward, wherever feels good for the neck. Okay, let's take another breath in here. Triangle position. Nice deep breath in. Slow exhale. Just going to stick with it. We're going to be in the pose without rushing through, and feel it. Take another inhale. And exhale, look down, see the right big toe. Okay, let's slowly rebend the right knee. So you can see, you can track the knee, and then manage how slowly you come up. The slower, the harder, maybe the better, I don't know. Okay, when you get there, last reverse. Breath in. And breath out to center. Hands to waist. Turning right toes in. Both toes parallel. Roughly, I'd say maybe ankles under wrists. The wider you go, probably the easier. But the idea is for it to not be too easy. So find a point that is just enough. We're going to extend those arms. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, hands come behind you to interlace. On the inhale, lift the chest. And as you exhale, we're folding forwards. We're folding, coming out of the hinges of the hips. Long spine as you fold, and gently come forward. If you need to bend the knees a little, just bend them. Much kinder for the back of the legs and the back. Hands optional. Maybe they roll into the air, maybe they need to stay resting on the back. You're gonna feel a different stretch sensation, of course, in the shoulders and the chest if you take those hands forward. So go to a point where we feel we're optimal. Maybe we're pretty high. Maybe this doesn't work for hands and they need to come to the shins. So these are tools. I'm inviting you to experiment a little bit with where the body is happy to go and feels good to go. We're not forcing it. It needs to feel good to go. Okay? Let's take another breath in and out wherever we are. In through nose and out. And we're going to take another bend of the knees if they're not already bent. Press the feet down. Inhale, slowly come up, chin to chest. And exhale when bring the feet together. If you're facing lengthways, take yourself to face down the top end of your mat. Now we've arrived at the top end of the mat. It's the first time we've been here. Let's take a full sun salutation to come back in and reset ourselves. So arms to sides of the body. Stand tall, stand alert, collarbones open, feet pressing down. Deep breath in as we reach up. Exhaling as we fold. Halfway we're going to come back up on the inhale, so hands to shins. And exhale, refold. Let's step the right foot back, left foot back, plank position. Staying here for an inhale. Exhale, we're lowering down with knees first or maybe in one motion. And we're going to come up into cobra pose for this. So palms are alongside the chest, squeeze those elbows in, toes press down, plug those elbows back, really pull them back. Now inhale, lift up a little bit. So it's a baby cobra, not too intense, not too much of a back bend at all. But feel the upper back working. Keep those toes pressing. Take another inhale. Exhale, return. Inhaling all fours. And exhaling to down dog. Okay, so I'm just adjusting myself so I can see you. All right, looks good. Back in down dog. We're home. We've gone back home to down dog. Let's move into some side of the body work. Let's kind of seal some of the work in and focus on the outside edges of the body. So we're going to come forward about 3/4 of the way into a plank, not the whole hog, 3/4 of the way. We're going to take that left palm forward, a little bit forward than the right hand. And looking at the left foot, we're going to spin onto the outer edge of that left foot and the ankle is flexed. The right edge of the foot, the inside, is also going to be on the floor in front of those left toes. We're then ready to probably turn the rest of the way and come up into that side plank. Vashisthasana, okay? The right arm reaches up. So if the feet are not happy, you could bring that right foot halfway up the mat for stability. That feels better, we stay there. Or the foot comes back in front of the left toes. Or if we feel really happy here, pretty strong, pretty stable, maybe we want to stack up. And again, both feet are flexed. Really press the floor away. Use that lift through the side of the body and through the hips. So we're not just kind of collapsing down here on that arm. Let's take a deep breath in. Press up. Exhale, palm to floor. Coming back into plank position. Okay, breath in plank. Exhale, pressing back to down dog. Make a little shake, sway out, pedal through. Second side. So we're coming forward about 3/4 of the way. Don't need to be the whole way. Right hand, adjust it. When we adjust the right hand, we can look at the right foot and we're sitting onto the outside edge of the right foot. Inside edge of the left foot. I'm going to spin myself so I can show you the other way around. That's helpful. Okay, and then same options. Left foot halfway in front of the foot or stacked up. So mindful that we are actively pressing, not collapsing down. We're protecting that right wrist as well because it's not directly under the shoulder. The weight is a little bit forward. All right, press those feet down. Take a breath in, lift the hips, lift the chest. And exhale as you slowly return back, finding plank position. Let's bring the knees down for a moment. Take the knees as wide as feels good, toes draw together. And we're going to sway, or I like to sway a little bit back into child's pose and rest the head down. I'm going to grab some padding for my head, so I invite you to do the same. And then arms alongside the legs behind us. Let's take a breath in here, open the mouth. And just feel that heat in the body, all that warmth, all the electricity, everything moving around the body. We're just going to kind of listen to that and really notice that for a moment before we move and do anything else. But what might be nice to do here is to tuck the knuckles in, so make a little fist with the hands and just tuck the knuckles up towards the ceiling. So there's a little bit of a stretch there in the wrists and the forearms. While we're lying here, let's take a few more moments to breathe, allow the head to draw down.
And then allow the knuckles to release, fingers to curl down. And we'll bring one arm back in front of us and the other arm in front of us. And we're going to come back up slowly, tabletop position, removing anything out of the way. And back to where we were. So I'm just going to spin myself back to face the front of the mat. Okay, breath in through nose. Exhale. Couple of last now, down dog, so not too many more to go. Feel the feet firm, fingers spread, sitting bones high, teasing the creases of the waist, of the hips up to the ceiling. Breath in through nose, breath out through nose. On the inhale, we're going to bend the knees. As we exhale, we're going to step or lunge or jump forward. You could take baby steps as well. We're going back to the top of the mat. Hands to shins, inhale halfway, pressing crown of the head, chest forward, hug those shoulders back. And exhale, refold. Full breath in to rise, lift the chest, reaching up and back to mountain posture, arms to side of the body, and breathe. Just take a moment there as well. These moments are really important where we're still, we can kind of witness feeling, sensation in the body, witness the breath, witness what it's doing, witness nothing at the same time in the head, so it's a chance to feel freedom, to feel some space. Okay, another breath in and a slow breath. So we're going to bring the feet together, knees bent. Weight into those heels. Squeeze the legs actively together, coming to chair position. Let's take the arms up, just once, deep breath in. Exhale, palms to chest as we turn to the right. As we turn to the right, we're guiding the left elbow to the outside of the right leg. So you can kind of help draw it down, or maybe on top of the thigh. Press those palms actively to help lift the chest a little and to turn. As you turn, roll that right shoulder back. Really keep squeezing those knees together. Mindful you haven't twisted out to one side too much. Trying to keep a sense of knees tracking, parallel. Wherever we are. Let's take a breath in there. And a slow breath out. So we're going to look down, see the big toes. Inhale back into chair position, reaching up. Exhale, palms to chest as we turn to the left. So I'm going to shimmy myself to the other side. Again, when we get there, take a moment, adjust it, come up, roll the shoulders away, press those palms. Inhale, lift the chest, exhaling as we gently turn. So really keep those legs squeezing. I know this is hard on those legs. Just a few breaths. In through nose and out. One more inhale and an exhale to look down, and we're going to release the hands, take those feet wider, we'll pedal through and a sway out. Okay, hands to shins, inhale halfway, exhale refold, set the right foot back, left foot back, plank position. Look past it with the nose, take an inhale. Exhale, lowering down to the floor in the best way for you. Cobra pose, elbows draw in, toes press down. Inhaling, lift the chest. And exhaling, return. Locust pose, arms to sides. Breathing in as you reach back and up. If you need to get those feet down, pop them back down. Take a breath in, whatever you've committed to, breathe into it. And exhale as you lower down to the floor. Palms to chest, curl those toes. Inhaling and exhale, child's pose. Take a moment. Bringing the energy down. Down, down. Take a moment to breathe. Open the mouth. Relax the jaw, relax the muscles in the face. And then on the next inhale, we're going to come back up to a tabletop position. And we're just going to simply bring the legs in front of us and come to sitting. So in a sitting position, it's definitely helpful to sit on something that forms a little bit of a ledge. So you don't want it to be too high because you might slide off it, but something that lifts the hips to a slight angle is going to help draw yourself forward when we fold. So we're at a slight angle that we've created, so when we do move forward in a moment, it's easier than if we're a bit stuck underneath, and you'll feel the difference. So when you found something just to sit up on, let's sit nice and tall. Tall through the spine, lifting the chest. Let's take those arms up, full breath in, and exhaling as you take as much of that space forward that you've just created. When you get to that point, probably about halfway, I'd say the arms can come down. I don't mind where they go, floor, mat, shins, toes. Come up a little bit, inhale, correct it, roll the shoulders back, make some extra length. And then exhale, just find your pause point, a happy point before we start really overly rounding, kind of crushing things. But also we've got a natural curve. So we're not trying to iron out the spine, there's a natural curve, but we are trying to make some length, some space. So find that perfect point there for you, that sweet spot. And I'm going to take a few breaths in through nose and out. And again, inhaling and exhaling. You can really feel that breath get into that back. So really try to target it if you can, like you could literally breathe into the back of the body. And then we'll inhale as we walk our way back up and arriving in an upright position. Okay, let's bring our hands to the right leg. We're going to draw the right knee in. So I'm just going to turn myself so you can see me a bit clearer. Okay, so we're going to draw the right leg in. Foot to the inside of the left thigh and supporting this knee. If the knee is up here somewhere, you might want to wedge something underneath it for support. You might want to slide the leg a bit further down, sorry, the foot a bit further down the leg. So the higher you go, the difference. So just judge it. It needs to feel good and feel safe for the joints. Then when we found that happy point, we're going to turn slightly towards the left straight leg. So it's a small turn. Let's take a breath in, drawing up again. Exhaling as we slowly fold. So the same thinking behind it. Find that point, come up a little bit, inhale. And exhaling as you slowly draw down. So you might be quite upright here, further down, everyone's different. Check that you're still able to breathe. Mindful of any tension anywhere that could be now manifesting in the shoulders, jaw, throat. So try to find a softness. We're not straining to get somewhere. No need to do that. Let's take a full breath in. And a slow breath out. Well done, guys. And one more inhale. And a steady exhale. And we'll inhale as we walk our way back up again. And take an exhale there. Okay, releasing the right leg, taking it back to meet the left, all again. And then let's do the same on the second side. So we're collecting the left leg, bringing the foot to the inside. Just going to spin myself. Okay. And then same detail, so make it feel comfortable on the knee, the groin, the hip. We're upright, take that breath in, turn slightly the chest, slightly to the right leg, going in that direction. Let's take a deep breath in as we reach up and exhale as we slowly draw forwards, bringing those hands down, press down, lift up a little bit, inhale, roll the shoulders back, and exhale as you gently fold. So the fold's going to be different to the other side, something's going to feel different, and we're just going to notice that, acknowledge it, breathe, come up a bit if you need to come out, soften the shoulders, soften the muscles in the face, cheeks, throat,
Breathe. Breathe into the back. Maybe down into the hip, down to the groin. Take another moment here. Just breathing. And the next inhale, slowly walk away back up. And we'll be in an upright position. Okay, let's draw that left leg back in. Extending both legs. And we're going to remove anything from underneath us. So legs extend for a moment. Let's then bend both knees, bringing those thighs in towards us. And we're going to move into a last balance posture, last bit of balancing. So options here is to peel up onto the tippy toes. Keep the spine lifted, keep the shoulders drawn down, really steady those eyes. Now that might be enough, so that's option 1. Option 2 is to just tilt back enough so you're going to hover those toes. Keep that nice, credible lift in the back, so mindful we're not kind of collapsing down here too much. If you know we're doing that now, bring those toes down. So A, or option 1, 2. If 2 feels pretty good still, and my spine, my back feels pretty good, maybe legs together. Maybe calves parallel to the floor. Maybe that's now where I pause, or forearms alongside the calves. Now that's too much, we're down here somewhere, something doesn't feel good, back out. So make it feel good, not have to look good, make it feel good, and that's where you pause. We're going to stay somewhere, wherever we now are, where we've chosen to go, for another inhale. Exhale. Lie down, one more inhale. And exhale. Okay, slowly return those feet down, as much control as you can give it. And then when we get there, extend the legs forward. Okay, let's bring those forearms down behind us. Legs together, feet together. Come back up again. Roughly where you just put your elbows is where you're going to put your hands. Come up again. Feel like your elbows are parallel and slightly drawing in, so not rolling out. And legs are straight, toes together, slightly pointing and rounding down. So we need those arms again here. So we're going to press those palms down. Inhale, press those hips up off the floor. As you press, really straighten up those arms as much as possible, and we're going to draw up. Okay, let's have a look. Looks good, yes. So I'm going to join you again. Let's come back up, inhaling and exhaling. Maybe we're looking up to the ceiling. Looks like I've got a ball in the bottom of my trousers, doesn't it? That's odd. That's for baggy trousers. Okay, take another inhale. And then exhale as we slowly bring the hips back down to the floor. All right, so let's bring ourselves forward. Lie yourselves down. Hug the knees into the belly. Give those arms a little bit of a rest. Let's come into a twist, so arms to the floor. We're just going to take the knees down to the right. As you take the knees down to the right, smooth out the back of the shoulder blades. So you've kind of twisted too much, the arm's going to be in the air. Try to find a positioning through the body so the shoulders can be drawn down. Maybe palms face up. Full breath in. Take a breath out. Eyes to the ceiling, or we can look over to the left, if that's comfortable for the neck. Don't force it. If something doesn't feel good, if you know you're kind of stuck somewhere, just adjust it. Don't stick with it. You're not going to get much out of it if you stick with something that's painful or really uncomfortable. So just adjust it. Adjust it in a way that you need to for you, and then we can get some benefit from being in the position, and we can breathe. Let's take another inhale while we're here. Complete exhale. Inhale and exhale. Bring the palms down. Use an inhale to draw the knees back towards you. And exhale the feet down. Now somehow I've ended up at a weird angle. I'm going to reposition myself
Do the same if you've done the same. Knees to chest, inhale, exhale over to the left, and all the same stuff. Just smooth out the shoulders. This is another side, it's going to feel different. It might need some different treatment, so make it feel comfortable, make it feel like you can get something out of it. Don't stick with pain. Now breathe in, breathe out, take an inhale, and exhale. Take a few more moments on this side. Flipping the palms to face down, pressing down to help as you draw the knees back. Use the breath in and exhale. Okay, let's hug the knees in nice and close. And maybe that's enough, just where you are there. Maybe you want to move into a little bit of happy baby, so taking the knees wider. You can lift up enough so the hands can reach to the inside, maybe holding the heels. My favourite is to hold the heels, but you know, it's not for everyone, so maybe you hold the back of the calves or somewhere else. And then bring the shoulders, the neck, the head down as much as you can, so we're not kind of straining anywhere. And we're just going to roll a little bit from left to right. So just teasing across the body. Try to draw the sacrum down, tailbone down if you can as well. Really feel the whole of the length of the spine, right from the base to the top of the head. Take a breath in and a breath out. And we'll take another inhale and exhale. And we'll inhale to draw the legs back together. And then bring the feet onto the floor, onto the mat. Arms over the head. Last position before we're still. So this is a version of bridge without using arms. This is to give arms a rest. So when you press up, you're really going to be using the feet, the back of the legs, the glutes to initiate the lift. We need to inhale as we press the floor away. And like I said, arms are completely redundant. This doesn't feel right if you need to use the arms because the legs maybe just aren't feeling strong enough to initiate the lift. Bring the arms to the side of the body and use the palms, press the arms down to help lift as well. So there's options, there's always options. Wherever you've now gone, let's take a few more breaths in through nose and out. Pressing the toes down, feeling the back of the legs strong, glutes, back of the body, front of the body open. And taking another inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to slowly peel down from top to bottom. Slow the better, complete control as you place each vertebrae down, the hips, the tailbone, and find the floor. Arms can come back. Okay, let's extend one leg down, the other leg down. Feet even wider than the mat, let the soles flop out. Smooth out the shoulder blades, shuffle a little bit until you find the position where you are completely lying down comfortably, or as comfortably as you could possibly be. Open the mouth. Relax the jaw, take a breath in. A long breath out. And after all the fidgeting has stopped, after the eyelids have stopped kind of twitching, once we allow the body to completely surrender, there's nothing to do here, nothing to be, nothing to achieve, no role to play, nothing at all.
we can completely surrender. Let ourselves be held by the ground, by the earth beneath us. And we're going to really notice now all that stuff we've been stirring up, all the ingredients we've been kind of cooking up in the body, stirring up. We're going to feel now the practice. You're going to feel the warmth in the body, that sense of electricity moving around the body. Perhaps a slight sense of tingling, energy, just sensation. Sensation, the body feeling alive, open, alert, heavy, light, rested. Maybe completely ready to take on the day or just to rest. So I really invite you now to stay here for as long as you can allow for. Allow the natural breath to come back. Allow the jaw to be light, open, eyelids to close. Muscles in the body to relax, to soften, draw down. To be still, silent. And to welcome feeling light and held in the space that we've been cultivating. And everything we've done before now is for now. So we can really feel free to be still and to be open. For the last few minutes, or as long as you can stay here for, stay still, quiet, peaceful. And whenever you're ready to close your practice, I'll let you decide. When you're ready to close, just gently blink open the eyes. Come back into the space. Take a full breath. Release the breath. Now move really gently. Just come back gently, move the fingers, toes, ankles and wrists. And maybe bringing the knees back in towards you. Tipping onto the right side. Pressing the floor away. Small movements, don't rush, don't move aggressively, small gentle movements and come back. Eyes can be closed, we can bring palms to the heart. We're just going to bow to seal the practice, seal the work you've just done. And we'll take a little bow there to close off. And namaste. Thank you everybody. Thank you for sharing those lovely practices with me today. Take care.